made myself a pumpkin spice latte, so let's talk about the books that I want to read this autumn. Yum. Just gonna pop this away, but I don't know, can you see it somewhere? Probably not. Two of the books that are on my autumn TBR are actually from Book of the Month, who are working with me on this video today. Thank you so much, I'm so excited. So if you've never heard of Book of the Month before, they are an amazing US-based subscription service for readers, and every single month that team goes through dozens of new releases to pick their most favorite ones, so you don't have to do the research on which new books are going to be released. So every month you can choose between different books and they will just be delivered right to your doorstep. Let's talk about the two books that I picked for this month, but there are many more to choose from. I'm gonna be honest with you, this was a cover pick because I am obsessed with this cover. It is called Discontent, written by Beatrice Serrano. This is about a girl called Marisa whose life seems amazing from the outside, but on the inside she is not feeling very well. This is such a short book, as you can see, so I'm positive that I'll be able to read this during autumn. Then the next one looks perfect for like kind of spooky season. It is called Play Nice, written by Rachel Harrison. Home is where the horror is. Excuse me, but this cover, it looks like a haunted mansion. It looks amazing. It says, it's just waiting for you to come home. So this is probably going to be about a scary type of monster-ish situation that lives in this house. I'm excited. I'm gonna save this for October. And this month is extra special at Book of the Month because you can get your first hardcover new release for only $5. Plus you can pick a hat to go with it. I chose this one. It says well read and I'm obsessed. I love the color as well. You can get both a new hardcover release plus a hat for only $5 if you use the code JACKET at checkout. Do keep in mind that Book of the Month currently only ships to the US and Canada, but the majority of you who are watching are from there. So definitely check out the link in my description and take a look at the amazing new books that are perfect for autumn. But now, let's continue with my other stack of books that I really hope to read this autumn. Autumn is my favorite season. It is currently September, but it is still so warm, hence why I'm wearing this. I want to wear like cozy cardigans and tights, but it is too warm here, so I'm still wearing this. Kind of a late summer, but oh well, it is basically still summer. Okay. Let's talk about them. First of all, the second book in the Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies series. This is the Map of the Otherlands. Obsessed with this cover, it is so cute. And this takes place in a land where there are fairies and you follow Emily Wilde, who is going to write about these fairies. She's a researcher. And this is the second book in the series. The first one was really cute. It was not amazing, but it definitely had so many cozy vibes, which I am definitely looking for this autumn. Then I have another one that I want to save for October, namely Dearest. Look how like cool, Stranger Things 80s vibes this cover gives. This is also a scary one. It says, a new mom in need of help opens the door to her long estranged mother, only to invite something much darker inside. Let me know in the comments if any of you have read this book, because I honestly haven't heard much about this, but it just sounds perfect for October. Then there is one that I've been meaning to read for like 2 years now, but this is going to be the year that I'm going to read it. It is called Ship of Theseus. This is one of the coolest books I've ever seen in my entire life. It is written by J.J. Abrams, who is the, you know, the Star Wars writer, and Doug Dorst. And basically it comes like this. A few years ago, this one was really popular, I believe, but I got it for my birthday a couple of years ago. It is a very beautiful hardcover, and I need to open it very carefully because it is filled with artifacts. For example, a napkin. You need to keep it on the right place, like a note card, another little card, and the entire book, or like a Brazil postcard. It's a book, like a library book, that these two friends, or I don't know how many friends, they borrowed this book and they read this book, and then they wrote all these things in the margins, as you can see, and they also added all of these like artifacts in it. And I'm like intimidated how to read this book, but the friends who gave me this book, she was like, first just read the actual book, so just read, you know, the normal text, then go back and read all of the things that are written in the margins. It just looks so cool. Look at this. So I have got no clue what this book is about, but let me know in the comments if you've also got any tips on how I should read this book. It just looks perfect for, again, like a dark and gloomy night in autumn. This is so fascinating and interesting. So let me know in the comments your thoughts on this book, if you've read this, and how I should read this, if you've got any other tips. But this is very, very high on my TBR. This book I saw on Ashley's Instagram page, A Frolic Through Fiction. She talked about this book, I believe something like A Practical Magic Vibes meets The Raven Boys, something like that. It is called The Glittering Edge. I'm obsessed with this cover. And I believe that this is a YA fantasy. It's been a long time since I read a YA fantasy, which is extra fun. It says, rumors are the lifeblood of Idlewood, Indiana. And it is about a group of witches and the wealthy Berrien family. They are enemies, and I believe there's some sort of curse that needs to be lifted. So it will probably be about these nice friend groups and, you know, them having to figure out how to lift this curse, which sounds so fun. I think it is the first book in a series, so I do need to, you know, keep that in mind because I'm not the biggest series reader. But it just sounds really fun, and it is very new. It's published this year actually, which is extra fun. Friends and family and lifting curses. Sounds like a good one for autumn. Then I have one that I am so excited about because this is the second book in the Irregular Witches series, written by Sangu Mandana, and this is A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. I believe this is a companion novel to the first book, so you can read them separately, but I highly recommend you read the first one first because it was just so lovely. And this follows a witch. It follows a witch who has a second chance to get her magical powers and her life back on track. It's about a girl named Sara Swan. Love that name. And then of course there's also a very handsome man, and we can pretty much guess what's going to happen, but nevertheless these books are still just so enjoyable and magical and witchy, which is perfect for when it gets a little colder. And then there is one that I've also had on my shelf for quite some time. I have to say I kind of forgot that I had this book on my shelf, but I believe I got this one for Christmas like 2 years ago, so it's been some time. It is called The House Witch, The Enchanting of the Heart. How cute does this look? I also love the back. Look at these illustrations. I don't even know what this book is about. Let me just read you. It says, when Finley Eshelwan joins the kitchen of the king and queen of Dexeria, he's an enigma, which suits Finn just fine. He is very satisfied simply serving as the royal cook, keeping nosy passerbys out of his kitchen and concocting some truly scrumptious meals. But Finn has a secret, one that may not stay hidden for long. Nice! Okay, I'm excited. I have never heard of this book before. I just saw it somewhere, put it on my wish list because it looked cute. And again, like witchy books are just my favorite type, like books to read during autumn. So I got it for Christmas but just never picked it up. So let me know in the comments if you have read this book. This is my TBR. I don't want to add too many more books to it because it is already quite big and ambitious, but there are some books that I'm just like, I want to reread. For example, Just Kids by Patti Smith, my favorite memoir ever. I love reading memoirs during any time of year basically, but there's something like this extra thing during autumn when you're just snuggled up and, you know, with a blanket like this one, reading about someone else's life. I find it very interesting. So I really hope to just reread a memoir or two. Maybe this one, or one of my other favorite memoirs is this one, The Years by Annie Ernaux. This one is such a special book because it is a memoir, but it is like a collective memoir. So she writes about the experiences of a whole generation. It takes place in the period of 1941 to 2006. So it is a whole generation that you kind of follow, but it was just so interestingly written and I absolutely loved it. So also a very big memoir recommendation. I just love reading memoirs. I find it so interesting learning about people, and especially people who live a very different life than, you know, what I live. So these type of memoirs, or maybe also, can't remember which one exactly I read. I read one of these two by Joan Didion. I guess the White Album because it's a bit more popular, I think, but it might have also been Slouching Towards Bethlehem. So yeah, one of these two, the one that I haven't read yet, I will also like put it on my TBR because, okay, another memoir recommendation. I can like keep going forever with memoirs. Is The Year of Magical Thinking by Joan Didion. This book was intense and so tragic and inspiring, and just, it made me feel all the feels. So this suddenly turned into a memoir recommendations video instead of just an autumn TBR. But I need to, like, I'm gonna end this video now because this is going all over the place. I'm just so excited for autumn, for the leaves to fall down, for it to become chilly and it starts raining and we can just cozy up on the sofa with this blanket. This is the softest thing ever. I'm obsessed. So yeah, I can't wait for when, oh my god, for when it gets cold. And I am hopefully going to film lots of fun, like cozy videos. I totally forgot my pumpkin spice latte. Now it's cold. Oh, not too bad. So yeah, lots of cozy videos are coming your way. If you've got any requests of videos that I should make, let me know in the comments, and also let me know which books you want to read this autumn. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you are having a very magical day, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye.